Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to the library of Ruina. Well, last time we defeated ourselves an Angel of Ruina. There she is, the final end game king. But at the end of that mod, it mentioned two other mods, namely the W Corp and the Cold Sun Office. So needless to say, I felt I needed to try them. And funny enough, the Cold Sun Office actually updated like yesterday. So I feel definitely inclined to play that one. So let's see what this is all about, shall we? I can't do this anymore. My arm is broken. A part of the prosthesis is got severely damaged. And it's currently night in the back streets too. An apartment. The door. Doesn't matter what's inside. At least it's better than being torn apart by a sweeper. Rat 1. What a surprise. Hey, this kid's innards should be enough to settle our payment. I mean, his body looks pretty intact. Why don't we send him to one of those nearby labs for a little inspection? Yep. All you see are entrails scattered everywhere, and it's hard to find someone with such a spotless body these days. The payment deadline is almost due. If you value your lives, then cut out his organs and let's get going. Who's there? You, take a look. Looks like it's some injured syndicate member. This guy's insides are worth a lot of money. So we doing it? Hurry up! We have no more time to waste. I'm guessing the rats got owned. Ahem. Phew, that's the last one. These bastards. If only I wasn't injured. Those guys outside are still looking for me. Can't let them find me. Well, time to... Wait, a kid? Can't just let him go. Damn it! Is this my limit? Is this it for me? Ooh, what was that slice about? Those damn memories always come back every time this happens. If this continues... That's the last one. Good work. Tend to your injuries and get some rest. One commission after another. We just can't catch a break. Those guys from the Associates are too busy spending the whole day drinking coffee. Those sorts of jobs... these sorts of jobs shouldn't fall on poor sods like us poor sods. The associations usually provides us with help and assistance. It's our duty to take people's money and do the job for them. So you say. I still feel that they treat us as coolies to their dirty work. Be thankful. At least these are just your everyday commissions. I've only ever accepted the usual requests from the Hannah. In our current state, we can't take on any more dangerous tasks like the 8 chefs from last time. Boss, please, don't mention those things. Just thinking about them makes me want to Oh, he really threw up. Here you go again. It's always been like this, right? Anyways, pay attention to your surroundings in battle. Don't always try to gamble your life. As long as I'm around, you'll be fine. If any of you die due to my own faults, I'll bear the memory for the rest of my life. Boss, why are you saying such things all of a sudden? Are you going to distort or something? Hey, don't even think about it. Even if I distort, I won't just leave you guys behind. I still want to say, boss, you are, What Glenn's trying to say is that you're too kind for your own good. Eh? Boy, since when did you ever start responding to what I say? Boss, the city is filled with all sorts of shady types. Although you have helped a lot of people, you're merely an afterthought to most of them. Even the ordinary residents around here are concerned because you're keeping the peace for free. Zwei is no match for you. Not to mention, that's exactly why I got the recognition and funding from the Hana, right? I understand your concerns, but I also have my own personal reasons for doing this.
But what if one day you get badly hurt and injured? What should I do with the others?
It's because I'm the only one really doing this sort of thing that I have to keep going. If I wasn't doing any of this in the first place, would I ever have met any of you?
Maybe.
It's getting late. We should head back to the office. Speaking of which, boss, what about that kid Leon that you asked everyone earlier to investigate? Put aside the intelligence stuff for a while. I have some bad news to relay first. While we were busying ourselves a while ago, Hannah just sent us another assignment to deal with.
What's wrong? You don't look well.
The library. I think I've heard of it before. Didn't it just become a star of the city? Yes. This is an urgent request from the Hana. After their investigation, the library is suspected to have some kind of connection with all the distortions going around.
To prove the connection between the two, it is vital to retrieve the books listed on the invitation. All applicants of force are permitted.
This was sent along with the invitation to the library. That's fucking hilarious! The library is by all means not just an ordinary star of the city. Look at the list on this thing. The index, the thumb, even the loo that specializes in open warfare are all booked in the library.
Although we have handled commissions of this level before, it has costed us a lot each time.
With our current state and strength, this is some really bad luck, boss.
I still can't believe this, to make such a request.
As I said before, our office and Hannah share a mutually beneficial relationship. We simply cannot refuse their request in times like these. Considering how much support we got from them, if we break the agreement now, even the most shady and notorious officers out there won't be around to help us. Once our office loses its association support, the syndicates will start swarming this place like flies. I'm afraid that all of us are gonna... We should get prepared first. Everyone except those injured and off-duty, get ready to depart to the library with me. Treat the association's commission as top priority.
You know that this isn't any different from receiving a death sentence.
Relax. We pulled through the strongest of waves and gusts. This won't be any different. And as Glenn said, this is the choice we must make for the sake of the office and those it protects. This mission is very dangerous. Those who don't want to go can stay. If you're willing to go, then look after yourselves first.
How could we turn our backs from you at a time like this?
Give the order, boss! All of us will follow you! I appreciate your trusts. I'm sure we will get through this. But regarding this commission, then, I want you to stay.
Are you kidding me? You want me to stay at a time like this? Do you think I will hold you back?
There's a chance I might never come back from that library, and I don't want us to share the same fate. I don't want to put you in this kind of danger.
Huh? Yeah, you're always like this. Using everything you have to protect everyone and giving without expecting anything in return. Is this kindness? No, you've never bothered to look through your own eyes. In fact, it's because you're just really conceited, right? You want to be the one who pours out all his heart and only thinks about others. Do you really even care that you could die in the midst of doing so? I'll go with you, no matter what. You've been protecting us for so long, and it's time we return the favor.
Then, I respect your wishes. None of us will fall this day, and we will come back victorious. This time we'll look out for each other. Let us ready ourselves. Wait, Glenn, before we leave, there's something I have to tell you. As expected, Hannah is finally making their move. These affiliated officers are pretty much the equivalent to their vanguard. If they can't handle it, then Hannah will most likely come in person. Ugh.
Is something bothering you? Is this fixer also an acquaintance of yours?
No, I've only heard about this guy. As you saw, he really isn't like most of us. He probably counts as one of the rare, admirable, but stupid guys in the city, I guess. If I remember, he managed to get a lot of fixers under his belt. Also, like the Zwei usually does, his office often tries to keep the peace in some parts of the city. Fucking unbelievable. Helping others without expecting anything in return? That sort of thing is literally unheard of in the city. I recall that his office has a very low casualty rate. It's also kinda rare to hear that about any attrition from them. Honestly, didn't even expect him to come here.
If he is such a good man as you say he is, then I can only express my regret. I have never forced anyone to come here. They are all brought to this place as a result of their own choices. As you said, we cannot satisfy everyone. They all have different perspectives and starting points in life. We are just simply doing our part. I hope you don't get emotional from all this.
Of course! That's that, and this is this.
So this is the library.
Doesn't look as scary as expected, huh? Stay alert. The more inviting a place is, the more likely it is to be very dangerous. Even the slightest mistake can end you.
Welcome, dear guests. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake.
Hello. I am the Cold Sun office operator, Hugh Yi. We have come here to retrieve the books listed in the invitation.
They will be yours they will be yours for the taking as long as you can pass the library's test.
Is combat really the only way?
What do you mean?
As you can see, I have no intention of fighting. I want to get these books through other possible means, if there are any. I can offer anything in exchange. Money, intelligence, you can even entrust me to do anything within my power.
I'm sorry, but that's not how this place works. If this wasn't the case, the library shelves wouldn't be so full right now. The rules on the invitation cannot be bent. I always keep my word. As of this moment, you can still back down from the test. You have always been so reluctant to get yourself and those around you in danger, so why have you come here?
Since the collection of the books here seems to be very abundant, you must know why we made this choice, right? I always thought that if I just broke the shackles and worked my way up the ladder, then I can finally gain control of my life. But soon reality broke my delusions. Is there really such a thing as true freedom in this city? It's as if all of us are just components that serve to make the machine we call this city whole. Even if we move on from the past and welcome a new life, it is merely just a reflection on the lake. The only thing we can do right now is seize the moment.
Yes, if that's your choice.
If it really does exist in this place. So, let's get started.
May you find your book in this place. Oh, that's kind of somber. Alright, so we're allowed one floor and one act. Okay, so let's see what they all got. Speed. Cold Rain Workshop. On a successful hit with an offensive die, inflict one bind to a random enemy next scene, once per scene. Okay. Somber Icy Night. When using a combat page, all die on the page gain +1 power against targets with slower speed. Interesting. Kizuna. After an ally dies, gain 1 strength and endurance each scene for the rest of the act, up to 2 times. Right. Okay. Biting Edge. Slash damage and stagger damage +1. Pierce and blunt Pierce and blunt die power -1. Cold Rain Office, Somber Icy Night. Rapid Execution. After every 3 successful hits in a row with a slash die in one scene, draw 1 page and gain 1 haste and strength next scene, once per scene. Gain the bonus stats. +1 slash power. Lone Fixer. At the end of the scene, gain 3 strength if the only one left. Right. Combat Anticipation. At the start of the act, gain 3 protection and 3 stagger protection. Right, so don't really attack you on the first scene. Got it. Battlefront Courage. If this character didn't take a hit during the scene, gain 3 stagger protection, 1 haste, and 1 strength next scene.
Noted, so I have to hit you. I have to fight you. Determination. At the end of the scene, if Hugh Yi took more than 20 damage, gain 1 strength, and restore 2 light to next scene. Okay. Pierce Mastery, Kazuya. Hugh Yi. Old wounds / staying composed. At the start of the scene, take 5 damage and recover 5 stagger resist. If HP is lower than 50%, gain 1 protection and stagger protection at the start of each scene. If HP is lower than 25%, gain 2 instead. Interesting. Bone Chilling Point. At the start of the act, inflict 1 bind to all enemies. When an enemy dies, inflict 1 bind and paralysis to all enemies next scene. Cold Rain Office, Somber Night. Congeal and Freeze. In a clash, for every stack of bind on the opponent, lower the minimum roll of their die by 1. Ouch, that's cruel. Resolve amidst enemy ranks. At the end of each scene, if this character took less than 20 damage, make Ven untargetable next scene. So in other words, I can't do more than 15 damage to you. Combat Mastery. Offensive die, gain +1 die, and then Kazuya. Okay, your abilities. Luminance of Wintry Night. Restore 1 light if on hit. If target has bind, draw a card. Frozen Traces. Gain +1 power against a target with lower speed. Gain +1 power if the target has bind. Flash Freezing Cut. Costs 1 less if sum of bind on all enemies is 5 or more. Okay. Inflict bind. Draw a card if bind. Memories of the Past. On use, if HP is at 50% or lower, all die on this page gain +1 power, and on clash, lose effect of the first die won't activate. On clash, lose. Destroy all die on this page. Okay. On hit, inflict bind to a random enemy, inflict bind to a random enemy. Supportive Fire. On hit, if target has bind, deal 5 stagger damage. On hit, inflict bind. Locate Weak Point. Single use. Draw this page at the start of the act. On use, add one off-string bolt to hand. Okay. Inflict bind, fragile, and feeble next scene. Revolving Blades. On clash, lose. Add 3 power to next die. On hit, inflict 1 bind and 3 bleed next scene. Frostblade Combo. On hit, inflict bind. This die is unaffected by power gain or loss and is rolled 2 times. Cruel. Well, I get the basic premise. Kill Glenn first, from what I can tell. Then, and probably leave Hugh Yi to kill himself over time. And then just go with the Pinky, because I don't want to deal with something untargetable, quite frankly. Right. I already crossed off you, and that one by accident. Weapons ready, let's freeze them solid. Cheer up, we can't let the boss down. Just leave it to me as usual. Right. Let's see what's happening. Alright, this is gonna be a really weird scene, because we didn't get any of our cards which give us protection and whatnot, so... And I can't seem to roll above the minimum number right now. Oh, goody. I love it. Can the game peck off? Suppose that's what happens when I get no protection whatsoever. Ah, but now I've got all the protection. Marvelous. I like how they basically all decided to solo target this guy. Right, let's embrace this and show them the power of what the Pinky are capable of, shall we? Hello, my name is Pinky. Ah! Glenn runs away. Interesting. Quite interesting. How are you untargetable? Silencing bolt. Add 1 bolt of silence to hand. I think I'm beginning to notice a theme. Okay, begin. First up. Let the assault begin. You haven't been doing well with those triangle and blockades, have you? He gave it his all. I couldn't hold it to the end, boss. I'm sorry. Did I make the wrong decision? Surely this is... I can still hold on. I still can. Are you sure? Sorry, guys. Just like how it was back then. I'll make you pay! Ah! You're free! That means I have the opportunity to murder you! Hip hip hurrah! On use, add 1 bot of silence. I thought you did that. Last time. Intriguing. Alright, guys, let's see how this goes. Ow. Have a little death yourself. Ha, ha, ha. What makes the Pinky so bloody ridiculous is nothing more than the triangle blockade. It really is. It is solely the triangle blockade which breaks it. Did I make this a strong decision? Surely this is it. Let me go. This isn't over. We can't just leave him alone. Ah, so Glenn basically pulled Ven back, and Lu Wei is about to die. I'm guessing that's how it works, right? Alright, Li Yi. Hugh Yi. Yeah. Yeah. I honestly thought they'd put up more of a fight than this. Why is he surviving? He didn't have any special rules saying that he lives at whatchamacallit, 10 HP. What is going on? Victory. Curtain call for the reception of the Cold Stone office. Okay. So what happened?
Let go of me! I can still fight! Why should I run away?
Then.
It's not over yet! Everyone there is still fighting too! There's no reason for us to back down at a time like this!
Then, calm down. Hear me out. This was all the boss's intentions. I was ordered to immediately take you away if things took a turn for the worse.
Get away! Even so, you have no right to decide for me. So selfish about one's life, yet so fearful of death. You can run off on your own, but I don't leave my comrades behind.
You... Sorry, then. Boss, I couldn't be with you all the way to the very end. That's my only regret. For the sake of this kid and everyone in the office, please come back safely. Okay. I have no idea what just happened. But I'm gonna guess that there is an Act 2, and that I need to do it. Confirm? What the hell's that about? What's going on? What the hell? I've never seen such power of this magnitude before. Even I can't! Glenn should have taken Vane away by this time. Everyone, retreat! I will hold them off. Hurry! It's already too late! But why? Why, you ask? Well, we certainly can't leave you behind, boss! I don't understand. Why are none of you retreating? What on earth could possibly make you people do this for me? Yeah, I'm the only one left again. Bring on the distortion! Just like that time in the past. Is someone there talking to my mind? Obviously! Well, I guess it's not so bad to have someone to talk to in these last moments. Saying such things. Seems you know me well, huh? Again and again, I'm always putting up that facade of protecting others. Ha! Indeed. This entire notion of protecting others is actually just to satisfy my own selfish desire. It's okay for other people to make sacrifices. Whatever, I don't care. Just playing the so-called good guy and hero just to please my own sense of satisfaction. What an ugly and miserable soul I have. But isn't everyone in the city like this? Acting all high and almighty and righteous. In fact, I bet there's all sorts of unsightly wounds and pus underneath all those rationales they spit out, right? Yes, this is the cruel truth. Thanks to you, I have to face it once more. Perhaps this is my nature. Even in a situation like this, I still want to avoid responsibility and rationalize that everyone is like this, without any bit of shame. Sure enough, this is the end for me, huh? What a theme song. Do you have anything else to say? What? The people around me? The ones you speak of, my companions? Indeed, they've made their choice. Everyone tends to reveal their true selves once their lives are put at the stake. But they stood here alongside me to the very end. Ha! How stupid! To have regained my senses only now. Those who have committed misdeeds only seek this so-called redemption, so that for the sake of their own sake and nothing more. I therefore conclude that everyone in this world is just as selfish as I am. The only difference there is that they choose to disregard the sacrifices made by those around them. You're right. Blood can indeed boil, and hearts beat so warmly. I am not alone in this path I have chosen. Although there is such an unbearable cold in my heart that is slowly freezing it to the very core. It can still shine so brightly with the warmth of the light. Right now, I cannot let down those who gave their trusts to me. This I do not only for myself, but also for everyone who stood alongside me. I shall bestow upon them despicable and the depraved a freezing requiem of ice. This does not excuse my sins of the past. I continue to carry them on my back forevermore. But in this final moment of repose, I will also hold on to this one true emotion. even if it must be so unbearably cold. Ooh, you're glowing red. That's kinda pecking awesome. Remorseless Bravery. At the start of each scene, exhaust shimmering. Got it. Blade of Perfect Ice. Dice gain +1 power. Immune to bind. Bone Chilling Cold. When using a combat page, all die on the page gain power against targets with lower speed. +1 power per 1 point of speed, up to 3. Arrival of Cold Sun. At the start of the act, inflict 1 bind to all enemies. At the start of the scene, inflict 1 bind to all enemies. Okay. So you're all about freezing me. Got it. On a successful hit with offensive die, inflict 2 bind to a random enemy next scene, once per scene. Glacial Realm. At the start of each scene, make enemies with 5 or more bind unaffected by power gain or loss. Huh. Body of Eternal Frost. Reduce incoming damage by 1 to 2. When hit, inflict 1 bind to the attacker next scene, once per character. For every 120 damage taken this act, inflict 3 bind to all characters at the end of the start of the next scene. Upon taking a lethal blow. Immune to immobilization and seal. Huh. Unfattered Frostblade. Inflict bind, inflict bind, inflict bind. Boreal Sun. Make target immune to bind next scene. What? Oh, okay. Lightless Day. Bind, bind. Frozen Traces. Flash Freezing Cut. 1,000 Miles Glacier. Bind and Paralysis. This die is not rolled. If this die is not rolled, inflict 3 bind to all enemies next scene. Ouch. Memories of the Past. Absolute Zero. This page will be used on 2 other random enemies. On hit against manually selected target, inflict 1 bind next scene. Hypothermic Death. Deal 20 stagger damage to self. Deal 2 stagger damage for every stack of bind the target has. You know what? I think I want to go with magic this time. Just because the magic was kind of really good at dealing with people that like to make use of power. So let's go with magic. Here we go. The bone-chilling ice will eventually melt, and the aurora borealis will inevitably dissipate. But as long as this sword stays in my hand, and you remain present within my heart, they will not find me going down so easily. I want to safeguard our past, the old days that are worth cherishing again and again. ... Oh, this music's kinda nice. Let's not waste any more time and deal with this quickly. My body doesn't feel quite as strong as before. Not a fan of this. It's fine. We shouldn't have any problems dealing with those enemies. It'll take some time to get used to this. You can't make plans forever. I don't know if that was being said to if that was a specific thing they were saying about us or what. I can already tell the bind is going to be the annoying thing in this fight. But we make do, so let's go. I'm impressed you lost so badly. Honestly. Right. Six paralysis. That's kinda nice for us. Okay. Let's go, Freezy. Bang. Nice. Very nice. Well done. Didn't really expect anything less. The fact you're basically endured to everything is a bit concerning, not gonna lie. Absolute 0. Oh, goody. That is definitely time for this superior guard. Okay, then. Let's see how this one ends up going. Go. Good enough. That's bad. Okay. Ow. Glorious. Right, we're whittling it down. We're whittling him down. Now you're doing hypothermic death. Oh, goody. I'm not actually sure what comes out in this situation. Their mass attack or my mass attack, even though my mass attack basically ends the basically thing. But mine does say on use, but on use also means when they activate it. So it really it's determined by who activates it first. I do. Just wanted to make sure. Oh, and we have no bind this scene. Oh, 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 that just ended your entire goddamn gimmick. Aha! Alright, let's see how your gimmick can work this time, shall we? Go! Yeah, you enjoying your lack of bonus power? I certainly am! Okay, guys, let's see how this ends up going. All we have to do is slice him a few billion times. That's all. Sure, it does literally crap all damage, but hey, it's denting him. And after enough dents, even a car becomes scrap. So... we're definitely whittling him down. And the exact second where we managed to finally hit stagger him, he's probably gonna die that round. It's just a real shame that Tibereth is actually pretty bad versus bosses. Alright then, let's do this. First up, summon the dragon! It did peck all! Wow, I used all my mana then for nothing. I do not know how you're rolling so little right now. Did I just seal your dice that badly? Looking at the numbers at the bottom, I think I might have. Well, someone is dying next turn, and it's certainly not me. Assuming you don't die this turn. Alright, you do die this turn, okay. Fair enough, what's going on now? Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Okay. Melting snow and thawing ice. Power die infinite. Cannot take damage this scene. On use, become permanently staggered starting with next scene. Gain power equal to sum of bind on all enemies. 6. You gain 6 power. So all it is basically use a Divine Strike, and then just a Divine Strike along with an Advanced Circuit, and then just kinda hope we win? So yeah, just go. 44, well, 2 people avoided it. And then you die. I thought you couldn't take damage this scene. Whatever. Well, Book of Lu Yi.
I've never witnessed such an ego like this before. It slowly formed from condensed air emitted by his blood. It seems even the power of the library's pages. It seems even with the power of the library's pages, it was difficult to take him down. Even if it appears to have shattered, it does not completely dissipate. This type of ego is extremely rare. Based on previous interactions with other people alone, it's still hard to believe that he is actually that sort of person.
Have you finally recognized your own heart in the end? Speaking of which, did you see the look on that kid's face when he got dragged out? I'm guessing he would have started firing like crazy if no one pulled him out of there. Anyway, I still kind of feel bad inside after seeing what just happened.
Never forget that this is all brought about by his own decisions in the end.
Of course. That's that, and this is this. Well, I enjoyed that. That was a nice fight. Let's take a look at his page then, shall we, and see what we get from him. So first up, we get the Memories of the Past, classic. 1,000 Miles Glacier, nice. Lightless Day. Really nice counter dice, honestly, if you want to be based around countering. Unfettered Frostbrand. Almost the same, except you just draw a page instead of what it did before. Also, it's more expensive, screw you. And then Boreal Sun loses the thing at the end. If sum of bind on all enemies is 12 or more, draw this page at the start of the next scene. Huh. So let's see what we get from him. If emotion level is 4 or higher at the end of scene, manifest ego. Okay. Turbulent Hail. On a successful hit with offensive die, inflict 2 bind to a random enemy next scene, once per scene. In a clash, for every stack of bind on the opponent, lower the minimum roll. At the start of the act, inflict 1 bind to all enemies. Whenever an enemy dies, inflict 1 bind and paralysis to all enemies next scene. And then gain +1 power versus enemies of lower speed. I can see this being a very good matchup with a couple of things. Is there something else after this? There is! Ooh, and it's 3 rounds! Well, as much as I would love to do that right now, I'm afraid I'm all out of time for today's episode. So everyone, it looks like you'll have to join me next week so we can see what else the Cold Sun office has to offer us. But everyone, I'm afraid that until the next time, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.